building, man. Say, man, I know these guys right here are like, dang, he was going to give me a countdown or no, I wasn't going to give you a countdown or nothing, man. We going straight into it, man. Why? Because it's Cowboy content. It's after 8 o'clock. It's after 10 o'clock in Memphis, Tennessee. And it's goddamn after 10 o'clock out there in Texas. Ain't nobody got time for this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time to be playing around. We about to get in and we about to get out right on this Cowboy content. You want to know why? Because that's exactly what the Dallas Cowboys did when they were in Southern California. They came out here. They gave us 10 days of content, and guess what they did? They got their narrow tails back on an airplane, and they are headed back out there to Dallas, man. So guess what? The first phase of the 2022 season is already, listen, we've already completed a phase. Think about that, man. We have already completed a phase. You know what I'm saying? A phase of this season is already complete. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't decided if you're going to get on this train, you need to get on and get on it. You know what I'm saying? Because we will stop giving out tickets around week 6. I just got to let you know. Around week 6, we will be stop giving out tickets. All right, so, yo, we in the building. Hey, it's your boy West Coast, man. Hey, this is called Uncut Cowboys, man. It's Late Night Cowboy. I'm going to tell you this right here, man. We're going to have ourselves a good time. I got a couple of my relatives on here, man, because I'm going to tell you, I don't do shows with friends. You got to be related to me. You know what I'm saying? We either got to have that cowboy red, we got to have that cowboy blue in you, or you got to have that red blood in you. Either way, man, we got family on the line. So, hey, man, I got my cuzzo up in here, man. You already know who that is, Henny. Let them know who you is. Let them know where you hailing from.
Hey, man, it's Henny Moore from El Dorado, Arkansas, broadcasting right now from Texarkana, Texas.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say, man, you gotta stop dropping us with the hit. You hit us with a cliffy right there. That was a cliffhanger right there. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna tell a joke or something.
Hey, these folks know what we here for, man. Like, hey, we here like the first and the third. They know they depend on us for this Cowboy content, baby. So like they know what it is. Like, yeah, it's time. It's time to clock in.
Who in the hell is this on this live stream talking all confident? This dude, he didn't wrote a couple articles. You know what I'm saying? He didn't wrote a couple. Listen to me, y'all. He didn't wrote a couple articles. He didn't had a couple blue. You know when a couple blue checks share your articles on their page, you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He got the dreads all nice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, Henny ain't playing around with. He said, I ain't come to play with y'all tonight. Okay, I got you. Let me put my seatbelt on. You like Anthony Mason. You so aggressive, Henny. You so goddamn aggressive, man. Like Meta World Peace, man. What's up with you, man? All right, man. So, hey, man, and you guys have heard me talk about this guy several times. I call him the Bishop, man. This is the Bishop, man. I'm going to tell you this right now. Everybody needs a break in case of emergency person in their life. That's that person you go to. When you think you're going too far, you break that glass and they say, yeah, man, you're going a little too far. You might not be all the way off the cliff, but you're probably walking on water right now. Hey, I got the Bishop. I got Bishop Douglas over here, man, from the Big Time Show, man. What's up with you, OG?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here live and in color with the one and only, one of the greatest of all time, West Coast, but West Coast everywhere I go, and Brother Gary, everywhere I go, when I come in, the crowd goes wild. And here I am with my main man. Welcome, everybody. Just here, glad to be here on tonight to talk some Cowboys content with two of the best going today. I ain't got to introduce myself. Everybody know me. Let's go to work.
Oh, we got an old 1972 pool shark up in here.
That's me, man. That's me.
Yeah, let me tell you. Let me see what he did.
All this great and
see. He tried to play it smooth right now. Oh yeah, West Coast. So I'm gonna just get on there and just talk a little, just kind of add my parts in and just like help the conversation. And now I heard a sound effect. Man, TJ, bring my laptop, man. You is not gonna be the only person on here with no goddamn sound effects. Oh hell no. Hey, TJ, bring my laptop.
I am electric.
Oh, no.
Cuz came in there mud going.
Yeah. And he got the Barry White voice on. Oh heck no, I ain't gonna get you on the Barry White, but I will not be defeated on the sound effects. No sir.
Show.
On my show. On my show. Where I pay the bill. My mama used to sit right here beside me when she watched games. Now, you ain't gonna do that to me. Now, no, don't do that to Brother West Coast. Not Brother West Coast. You know, come on now. He pulled sharked me, y'all. I'm gonna tell you how he pulled sharked me. He told me he was a novice and he come up here with some goddamn with some sound effects, man. But yo, man,
like you, man.
Hey, you know how it is. Hey, we got some other important people in the comment box too, and that's the people that came to actually watch the content, man. I appreciate you guys, and I extrally appreciate the people that are watching on YouTube right now, because I know Law Nation and my boy Boss Cowboy are live right now. So if you guys were watching over there and you guys came over here to watch the West Coast, I uberly appreciate you guys. You guys know I got mad love for those dudes. Hey, we ain't trying to bump heads. I just had to do a show at 8 o'clock. That's just how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys if you guys are watching right now. And I would make sure that you guys watch both shows, because we're going to be giving both contents. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all show them some love. Make sure you show West Coast some love, because you know we got love for everybody. I love all Cowboy fans except for them ugly-ass Eagles fans and them they girlfriends. Because I'm just saying, we ain't going to get on the subject, but I just want to talk 2 seconds. Have you seen an Eagles fan's girlfriend? The nose looks like a beak, OG. I'm just saying, you a minister, so you ain't got to agree with me. Just kind of nod your head. But the nails look like a beak. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There you go. There you go. All right, so, yo, we are gonna. Listen. I usually do the start. I usually do the. Hey, listen. We got a pastor on the show, so we ain't gonna say the FUCK. We gonna use the $, and we gonna use the asterisk.
It's your house, man.
Okay, no. You ain't gonna get me convicted. Heck no. If it had the Holy Spirit all on my head tonight, and I can't sleep. No. Tonight we will not be cussing in the comment box. I need y'all to use exclamation marks and the $. Okay. Other than that, you good. All right, so yo, let's do this SS real quick so we can get to the content, man. As I say your name, man, as I say your name, make sure you hit that star button, hit that share button. Listen to me, we ain't even start the show yet, and I'm already taking my socks off. It's getting hot up in here. All right, let's go. All right, so Bryson Ty. What up, Bryson Ty? Hit that star button, my boy. Hey, you guys don't forget, Top Star Giver still going home with a CeeDee Lamb jersey. I got it. A white CeeDee Lamb jersey. Top Star Giver's going home with it. Bison Ty, what's up with you, bro? Dijon Battle, what's up, boy? Hit that star button, hit that share button. Jerry, what's up, Jerry? Auntie Mary, what's up with you, Auntie Mary? George Lee, what's up with you, George Lee? Joseph Kukalua, what's up with you, Joseph Kukalua? Real Spitter, what's up, Real Speaker? What's up with you, my boy? TC, what's up with my boy? I put your package in the mail today. What's up with you, my boy? Rod, what's up with you? Bryson, what's up with you? YouTube, here I come, YouTube. George White, what's up with you, my boy George? Henny DeMore, what's up, Henny? Lewis, I've been spelling your name wrong the whole time. I've been spelling it with an I this whole time. Henny, it's all good. Appreciate you. Henny, what's up with you? Richard Evans, hey, Rich, you got a birthday tomorrow? Or do I know 2 Richard Evans? I need to know. If that's Richard Evans, I need to stop my show and tell that young man happy birthday. You feel me? If it ain't your birthday, then just save it till next week, and then I got you. You know what I'm saying? Lewis Winslow, what's up with you? Freddie D, what's up with you? Tyler Sylvia, what's up with you, friend Tyler? Yeah, what's up, yeah? Your comment got blocked, so whatever you said, be nice about it. Marcellus Taylor, what's up, Marcellus? He out there in Maryland. What's up with you out there in Maryland? I think you might be the latest dude watching right now. All right, so yo, hey, are any of you guys live on your channels? OG, but are you live on yours?
I'm on my yes, I am.
Okay, if you got some people on your live, then you want to shout out, you can shout them out real quick too. Also, I want to let you guys know you can screen share the show and then you can put it on your show. But we'll figure out a way in the future so we can, make sure you guys, because I like making sure my guys get paid for their content. So if you guys got some people watching on your shows, make sure you shout them out. Or if you guys got some people you want to shout out, let them out. Let them know. No.
I ain't even looking, man. Let's go to work.
Hey, let's go to work. Hey, if you watching them on the Big Time Show, man, I appreciate you for watching in. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. And, hey, man, Henny, we just going to keep on getting used to saying it until you get your YouTube code and send it to me. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Hey, you guys have been watching for the last we've been live 8 minutes. We've been watching the offensive line versus the defensive line. That's what we've been watching for the last couple minutes. Now, I think the offensive line and defensive line has come to a huge point where it is a huge subject, I think, in the Dallas Cowboy Nation. Why? Because I feel like Cowboy Nation feels like they're getting multiple reports. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're getting reports from certain individuals. I ain't going to name no names. ESPN, NFL Network, all them other dudes that are saying that, this, that, and the other third. But then you have guys like myself, West Coast Cowboy, guys like Law Nation, guys like Mark Holmes who are going out there and giving you guys content. And we're giving it to you guys unbiasedly. You want to know why? Because my camera doesn't know the difference between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jets. It doesn't. My camera, it just shoots, and that's all it does. It's a shooter. That's all it knows. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't only pick up the bad plays. It only just pick up the good plays. It picks up whatever I pointed at and shoot. So when I'm showing you guys a video of half your offensive line getting a butt whooped and only one guy on that offensive line holding it down, I then leave you to make your own deduction, example, observation, whatever it is. But I need you guys to understand this. Before we start this conversation, I need everybody under the sound of my voice to understand this. This is not that offensive line. You know that imaginary offensive line that's in the back of your head that just every time you have a problem in life, they just magically come out and save you? You know that offensive line, that time that AOG Bishop, you know that time your cat got stuck in the tree and you called the police and they sent the Dallas Cowboy offensive line and they got your cat out the tree? Do you remember that? Yeah, bro, them days don't exist anymore, okay? So can we start there? Because I feel like some of you guys still think that this is that offensive line. Somebody help me out. Go ahead.
Nah, for real. Because, we were talking, earlier about this report from Brian Broaddus about Joe Philbin not being down with the Tyler Smith pick. And, I have my thoughts about that. But, the offensive line has not been good for a while. That's one of the reasons I wanted them to get rid of Joe Philbin for a while. Because you just look at the last 2 years, and we talk about pass block win percentage. In 2020, it was even worse than last year. In 2020, they were the 26th pass blocking line, and they were the 15th run blocking line. So they were piss poor across the board. 2021, they were the 23rd pass protection line and the 6th run blocking line. So they have not been this superior offensive line. You can drop any quarterback behind. They got all the time in the world to throw. It's not that. These are guys that struggle. These are guys that miss games. These are guys that get a lot of penalties.
These are average guys. They sound like average guys, bro.
Yes, like some of these guys have names. There's a couple of these guys that got pristine names, but if you just look at consistent offensive line play, that is not there anymore. Because yes, Tyron Smith is great when he's healthy, and the key word is when he's healthy. He's hardly ever there. Zach Martin is getting a little bit long in the tooth, and there's even been certain points you see Zach Martin getting whooped. You can see Zach Martin getting whooped in this video if you look long enough.
Yes, he does. That's Zach Martin. That's Zach Martin. He's next. Zach Martin's up next. Matter of fact, he's up next. If you're wanting to see Zach Martin, he's up next. Here he goes. And I'm gonna tell you, Bishop, he's about to lose to Chauncey Golston. Now, I like me some Chauncey Golston, but Chauncey Golston ain't no damn D-Law.
No. Let me
go ahead. It's you.
Let me just, because all season long, I've heard you, myself on my show, talk about how important the offensive line was going to be this year. And you have been there watching these guys, and I watched your show. And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't heard too much of hope. So I'm going to play the optimistic role real quick. I'm just going to ask you because your eyes have been there. I haven't seen it. They got to look better in one place. Which one do they look better at? Run blocking or pass blocking? Which one?
By far, run block. The same thing they were good in last year. And go ahead.
If you're saying they're better at run blocking, then of course you being the advocate of run the ball, and mostly everybody is saying that we have to run the ball. Mm-hmm. How confident are you with them doing just that if they choose to predominantly run the football?
Well, it's kind of like this, right? It's like that old saying. They be like, yeah, I know the truth, but I also know you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the truth and you is two different people. See what I'm saying? So like the truth is, yes, this is the truth. They are, they were good at run blocking last year.
Yeah.
But they chose not to do it. So it's like, I do believe that they can still run the ball because that does look like something that they can do. But will they choose to do it? And I'm going to tell you guys, listen, I'm going to throw this, I'm going to show this tweet. I'm going to show this tweet. I'm going to read this to him, and this kind of confirms what we're talking about here. Cowboys fan, this is from Warren Sapp. It says, Cowboys fan in Oxnard's turning on Dak after he was sacked 3 times on 1 rep. Now, I want you guys to understand, a rep is not a practice, y'all. A rep is theoretically a series. So imagine if Dak was playing in an NFL game and he got sacked 3 times on 1 series.
That's a quick 3 and out.
Bruh, what are you talking about? That's like 4th and 50.
Maybe an injury.
In the NFL, think about this, getting hit by non-Dallas Cowboy players 3 times in a row, you're probably hurt, bruh. But listen to what Warren Sapp says at the end. He says, here he goes. This offensive line, that means what? Present tense. Mm-hmm. This offensive line won't provide the same protection that Dak has been accustomed to getting.
I mean, if we looking
what
back,
are your thoughts when y'all hear that?
If we looking back, talk about good pass protection. They haven't been a top 10 pass blocking team since like 2017, if my numbers are right. Because even in 2019, they were only the 11 best pass blocking offensive line. So these past 3 years, they've been outside the top 10. And just these last 2, they're down there at the bottom. So yeah, I think he's accustomed to running for his life at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what it tells me. What it tells me is I'll let West Coast sell me on running the ball. But I don't want to hear anything from Kellen Moore and the rest of the coaching staff when we all know, if it walk like a duck and it talk like a duck, it ain't no cricket.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kellen Moore is not a running the ball offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. And when I hear what I just heard from West Coast and knowing his eyes, I know he's looking hard. And as far as listening to Law, this is not giving me a lot of hope. There's no sense in me lying about it. What I'm seeing is that Dak is going to throw the ball between 40 and 50 times. And when I look at the box score, Ezekiel is going to get the ball maybe between 10 to 15 times, hopefully. And then I'm going to see Mr. Pollard get the ball under 10 times. And we're going to be talking about the same things that we've been talking about for the last 2 to 3 years. And we still going to hear the same thing. We got to give them the ball. We got to run the ball. Well, when you going to do it? You done had Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard for the last 2 years. You ain't figured out yet that you need to run the ball? I mean, good Lord. I don't know. I mean, I'm not hearing too much hope on that. I got one question for you, though, Coach West.
Go ahead.
Individually, that, they could be bad, but when you get a combination, the bad person can actually look good. So, is Tyler Smith making Biotish look good slightly? Because there's too much. I mean, I get individually Tyler's not that good, but is Tyler Smith beside him making him look any better?
This is what I'll say. I think that the center is saved right now because we don't have a dominant D tackle. Like our most violent dudes, and appreciate you, Ted, with the 2,000 stars. You a real Cowboy fan. Ted, I'm going to tell you this. Our most violent dudes are on the ends. So think about this. What offensive line are you hearing the most about? Terrence Steele.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he play? On the end.
Right tackle.
And guess who he's going up against? Our best defensive player every day. So that's why I keep telling folks, y'all need to chill out, bruh. Because if Terrence Steele is getting his butt whooped by D-Law and Micah Parsons, congratulations, bruh. Congratulations.
Sam Williams, maybe Dorrance Armstrong as well, too.
You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this. I don't want to see videos of you getting beat by Chauncey Golston.
Right.
And this is no shade on Chauncey Golston. But Chauncey Golston is a dude that's still trying to make it in the NFL. Listen to me, you guys. Established guys are going to beat established guys. I'm gonna tell you this. One of the coolest things I ever heard in my life. You guys go watch that that it's a CP3, it's Chris Paul, and he's talking about Steph Curry. There was a play where CP3 crossed Steph Curry up really bad, right? Mm-hmm. And they were making fun of him. And guess who came to his aid? CP3. You know what CP3 says? CP3 says the only people who get crossed over in NBA games that bad are guys who are really trying to play defense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, he got crossed over, but he was trying to do his job. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys, and it's just like if you're trying to hit home runs, guys who hit home runs tend to strike out more. Why? Because they're swinging. They're not being conservative. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you this right now. Considering the status of the NFL, you want Terrence Steele going up against them dudes because, bro, everybody, including the Shanghai Sharks, got a dude that can give you 15 sacks off the end.
Yeah.
Everybody got the Shanghai Sharks just signed Taiwan Bing, and he getting 15 sacks a year. I don't know who he is, but he good for 15 sacks. Bro, I'm telling you, you're like, have you noticed? Everybody got somebody. Listen, the Chicago Bears won how many games last year? Like 4. They had a dude that had 18 sacks last year. Mm-hmm. The Chicago Bears had a dude who had 18 sacks last year. Bro, everybody's getting to the quarterback. You want to know why? Because every quarterback's dropping back 40, 50 times. That's part of the reason why I don't want my quarterback to be dropping back so many times. Why? Because everybody's getting sacked. I don't want to be in that conversation. But I will say this. You know something that kind of, West Coast, I always pay attention to stuff that I shouldn't be paying attention to. But, OG, hey, Bishop, I'm going to ask you this. Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Why in the HE double hockey sticks did Kellen Moore allow his quarterback or even run 3 pass plays on the same series that would even allow your quarterback to get sacked 3 times on the same series? And then my next question is, because this is kind of a doozy, might be considered a trick question. Why didn't he do anything to prevent the sacks? Like I don't like I know you got a little salt and pepper in your beard, so I know you was alive and kicking when in that Atlanta game when we gave up 7 sacks. Now I'm not putting that on Kellen Moore, but when you see a guy, when you see your offensive line give up 3 sacks on one series, when do you do your job? Like, question, we're all parents on here, right? You see your child fail 3 times in a row. Okay, when do you do your job?
Maybe to answer it all in one nice little sentence, we got to get to the point where we just really start telling the truth instead of saying things the way we want it to be. Mm-hmm. The truth of the matter is, when it comes to Kellen Moore, he is still learning on the fly.
He's building the airplane while it's flying.
He is not a established type offensive coordinator. And so when you start talking about line play and you start talking about getting some help for maybe some tackles, when has he ever done it? He believes solely on, at that point they believed in Lyle Collins. Then, of course, they believe in Tyron Smith. They still think Tyron Smith is the same guy from 5-6 years ago. They believe Lyle Collins can handle things on their own. Did you never see any type of help on that side, or they just don't believe it? And so we got to get to the point and just really say sometime the truth is he's good in some areas, but in other areas he is not good. That sounds like average to me. If I get an A in one area and then I get an F in another way, the middle is a C. That's average to me. And that's the bottom line to me. I just don't think that when it comes to he's never been a offensive line guru. He depended on somebody else on that. He believed that somebody, they're gonna make the right play or they're finally gonna get it. No, the man need help. He getting destroyed. And when you got a $40 million quarterback back there, you don't have time to be experimenting. That's all I'm saying. So I just don't think he's what he is. So that's my answer to that question.
Yeah. And
hey, real quick, you're going to backdoor, but I want to give Oder Fontes a real big ups, man, for that $20 super chat. Go ahead, Henny.
Oh no, man, just back to what we were talking about. Like, that's really one of the reasons why a lot of people were against the signing of Kellen Moore to begin with, because he never had any experience at all as an offensive coordinator. He came from being a backup quarterback to being, so I forget the name of some kind of offensive assistant. Then he moved right on up to being an offensive coordinator of one of the most high powered offenses in the league.
Yep.
He didn't have to earn any of this stuff really. He was just inserted there. And then to top it off, when they brought in Mike McCarthy, he was the guy that remained, that he was a guy that they pretty much pushed on him. He had to accept Kellen Moore to get the coaching job. So I really feel bad for Mike in this regard, because Mike McCarthy is a guy that was looked as an offensive guru when he was in Green Bay. He is a guy that was thought of as a quarterback whisperer and things along those lines. And they don't even give him a chance to insert his own offense into this, because I know that he's not a big run the ball guy himself, but he has had guys that he was able to get a run game with when he had Starks and when he had Eddie Lacy and guys like that. So my thought process is pretty much just that, especially if we can't do anything this year, it's time to move on. Like, the experiment should be over. Like, this is not the team where he can experience his growing pains on.
Let me say this, Wes, if you don't
Go
mind.
ahead. Go ahead. You're good. You're good.
Let's and Gary, let's look at Kellen Moore. I've said this on my show on too many occasions, and I guess it fits here. He is what he is, but because that's all he knows. When you look at Boise State, he comes from a pinball machine type offense where he set all type of records. He lined up in shotgun the whole game long. That's all they did at Boise. When he got drafted at Detroit, who was his offensive coordinator? Scott Linehan. Scott Linehan was his offensive coordinator. What did they do at Detroit with Matthew Stafford and Megatron? They threw the ball. You can't even name a running back other than Reggie Bush, who was there at the time. That's all they did was throw the ball. When he came and got traded to Dallas, who was his offensive coordinator at Dallas? Scott Linehan.
Yeah.
The same Scott Linehan who had Tony Romo in shotgun nonstop. And I'm not saying at that time we weren't loaded on really run the ball in. So all Kellen Moore knows is to throw the football. He come from Boise State, no emphasis on the running game. He came from Detroit, no emphasis on the running game. Then he came to Dallas, and at that particular time, other than that one magical year with DeMarco Murray, when we ran him into the ground, other than that, that's all he knows. That's his offensive philosophy. So the expectation of him running the football all of a sudden, I don't know why everybody thinking this all of a sudden we're going to be like the Tennessee Titans with Derrick Henry. It's not going to happen. That's just not the way he's built. He's good because you can't argue the stats. He's good at passing the ball. I mean, good Lord, look at the stats. But when it comes to a balanced offense, he has no clue whatsoever, and it's going to cost some people some jobs this year.
Yeah, it should.
Hey, and be honest with you, that's why my biggest preach with Kellen Moore is like, get him a run game coordinator. And it's like, typically that's what you see with like young coordinators, like these teams. Like, I just feel like Jerry Jones, like he just like, you get him in a room and it's like a grandfather. Like I tell my kids all the time, listen, when you go over your grandparents' house, don't go over there asking for a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They come back 4 days before Christmas with bags full of stuff. I'm like, bro, Christmas about to be 2 days ago. Stop buying them stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, they just wanted a toy. They just wanted the, you know what I'm saying? I feel like these players these coaches get Jerry in his room and they just woo him into stuff that's like, you have to be able to see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that irritates me about Jerry Jones and this organization sometimes is like, this is not an organization that's like when the players are out practicing, they're at the house chilling. No, Jerry's at every single practice. So they pride themselves on being very, very involved in this organization. So we're going to have to see when it comes toward this offense. But, we had something else that kind of happened today, too. Cowboys are waiving – they already did it. Cowboys waive kicker Jonathan Gerbet, and they're expecting – then they actually signed Brett Mahar. You know what I'm saying? They actually signed Brett Mahar. If you guys are wondering what video you're watching, that is the video of Anthony Barr working out on the bands. If you've wanted to see a live look at him, that's a live look of Anthony Barr just warming up and getting on the bands. But I want to know, what is you guys' thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys bringing back Dallas Cowboy kicker Brett Mahar?
I'm fine with the move. And it's not because I think Brett Maher is the best kicker in the world or anything like that. But, he is better than the guy he is replacing. And, hopefully him being on the team will push Learham more. And, I'm happy with it because, they didn't just give him the job. They brought him in to compete for the spot. So, I'm always with competition because right now, the way it was before, there was one guy making kicks and one guy missing everything he tried. So I'm fine with it. And I know a lot of guys are against Maher because of his last stint in Dallas. But, like we were talking about West Coast, you got to update your resume. He got fired from over here. He went up the street to the Family Dollar. He was holding it down. He shift lead over there.
Got that shift lead. Got that big name tag. He ain't got the little name tag. He got the big name tag now.
Hey, he got the big name tag and the keys to lock up.
Oh, they got that boy keys?
He had keys to the establishment.
Oh, no. Did they give him the lock safe though?
Boy, look. Now that's for the manager.
Oh, see, he said, "No, come on now, West Coast. You're going too damn far now, man. Come on now.
Too far.
Yeah, come on now. He got keys though.
Wow.
He had keys, but he was 16 or 18 from field goal. He still was a little shaky on the extra point.
Wow, my God, I don't see how do dudes miss extra points, bro. But go ahead.
I don't either. But yeah, he was 16 or 18 of the kicks that he tried. That's good. That's a good percentage. It's better than what the other boy was doing. So bring him in, let him compete. If he's able to win the job, good. If not, just his presence alone is going to push the other kicker we have to be better. So I'm fine with it.
Bishop, what's your
thoughts? My thoughts is simple that kudos, as crazy as this may sound coming from me, because I killed the front office on my show. But kudos to them. The reason why I say that is because they saw that there was a need and they did address it. We didn't get Justin Tucker from Baltimore. We got, who was left, and we got a kicker in that has experience, who has kicked here before, does know what it takes, had a couple good years, and then he fell off. So, it's better than waiting to week 6 to finally do something like they did, a couple with Greg the leg. You see what I'm saying? We let that linger a little bit too long. We finally got, they addressed the issue earlier. It did push the young man that's there now, because I read something today that said in practice today he went, started off, didn't miss nothing. Once that fire got on him, knowing that he had somebody there. Yeah, so he at least it woke him up like, I got a chance to lose my job here. I better go ahead and crank this thing up. So kudos to them. We'll see how it rolls beginning week 1, but we knew that we couldn't go out there with what we had. So kudos to the front office for addressing the need when they knew they needed to, instead of waiting. So I give them credit for that.
All right, Coach Marv, I'm going to give you a shout-out for Coach Marv is saying, what's up, Bishop? But, hey, Bishop, since you talking all smooth and sound like you got it all together.
Man, laid back,
nah, since you all laid back, I'm about to ruffle your feathers then.
Go ahead.
Because you just acting a little too smooth right now. I'm about to ruffle your feathers then. I'm about to make you sweat. Is you ready?
Come on in.
Oh, he said, well, come on then. Yeah. Come on then. Do something, okay? Why the hell they don't feel like, why they eyes can see that with the kicker, but they can't see it with the receiver, though? Talk to me, Bishop. Oh, no, you got it all together. I got it all figured out. Come on now. Come on. What's up, Odair Fontes? Appreciate you, my boy. I'm probably saying your name on. I apologize. Tell me.
The kicker don't look. If I got a chance to think I can get the same production from a Cracker Jack box rather than a Rolls Royce, I'm gonna get the Cracker Jack box because it's cheap. We don't believe in spending money. As far as receiver goes, these guys know that the type of receiver they need they won't spend the money for that guy because it look real crazy. They don't want to admit that they are failing in that area. They don't want to admit that they're about to go back possibly to it like it was before Amari Cooper came to Dallas. They don't want to admit it is committee. We don't believe it's committee. We believe we have enough talent to do this when they already know they don't. Now, that's a lot of what ifs when it comes to Tolbert, when it comes to Semi, when it comes to all these different guys. We need to know. Let me know. See, Wes, this is the way I feel about it. Listen, man.
Well, tell me how you really feel.
Tell me you really want to win. Don't sell me with a lie like you really want to win. If we're secretly rebuilding, let me know. Then my expectations won't be so high. But if you're telling me that we're all in, I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't tell when it comes to receiver. You purposely let the offense digress, go down, and you stacked up on defense. I give you credit for that. But we know we got to score some points. And I'm not sure. I'm you know what? I'm gonna just wait and see. I'm solid with my defense. I believe in my defense. I got a bunch of what ifs on offense right now. I don't know what's going on. So I just gotta wait and see. But to answer your question, it's cheap to go get a guy off the street. You know that, Wes. Don't start with me, man.
Henny, what's your thoughts?
Pretty much, I have the same thought process. They don't like to spend a lot of money. They let Amari Cooper walk when they could have kept him. It was very affordable to keep him, especially with the other contracts that are out there. You mean to tell me Terry McLaurin can get 20 more than $20 million a year, but Amari Cooper's not worth that money? It doesn't make sense, especially with the way that the wide receiver market is headed. So they got CeeDee Lamb. They putting all their eggs in that basket. They're gonna try and play it out till Michael Gallup gets back from injury, and they're just gonna hope that one of the young guys can produce in his absence. And that's not the way I would do it, but that's the way they're going to do it. So that's why even before we actually saw anything from this guy, they were hyping up Jalen Tolbert in the preseason, talk about how well he was picking up the offensive playbook, that Dak been in constant contact with him. That's why they planted those seeds for us so that we can get these unknown guys and hitch our wagon to them. You know how they like to sell it. But, I actually do hope that some of these guys can go out there and be productive. But, they're trying to sell us on these undrafted guys and lower round pick guys like they're going to come in here and be Terrell Owens. And when it's not going to be the case. Now, they're going to get a lot of balls thrown to them because this just killing more offense. There was 6 guys last year in our offense that had 60 targets or more. There were 6 guys that got 60 targets or more in our offense last year.
Damn.
So there's going to be a lot of balls to go around.
Yeah, and I want to kind of talk about this comment. My boy Suede Cowboy says because Dak elevated Cooper, brung Cobb back to life, got Beasley and Wilson paid, he can do it again in their eyes. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a couple people in there I kind of disagree with. I do not believe he elevated Cooper. I believe Cooper elevated him because Dak was never viewed as the quarterback he was until he got Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? So, Amari Cooper, Dak ain't never had a receiver have 175, 180 yards in a game. He ain't never had that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Amari Cooper, while getting double teamed, I'm sorry. Dak is a good quarterback, but he was never on pace to throw 4,000 yards before Amari Cooper. Never. And he had Michael Gallup. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't know. And to be honest with you, Beasley. Beasley was kind of already established. Like Beasley, like Tony Romo really got Beasley paid. You know what I mean? I know it was 2 years later, but Tony Romo established Beasley. Like, and also, man, the league understands the type of receiver Beasley is. He is a guy who doesn't need he can get open by himself. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Cole Beasley's one of the best route runners in football. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a time where I would have even vouched of saying that he was probably the best route runner. I'm not saying receiver. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get that mixed up. When I say route runner, that's why I liked it Amari Cooper. And that's why Beasley, let me take the slow down a little bit. Beasley and Cooper worked so well with Dak Prescott because they were the same receiver. Amari Cooper was a better Cole Beasley. He was a route runner who could create separation using his what? His own feet. You know what I'm saying? Every receiver can't do that. CeeDee Lamb can't do that right now. Like, that's a totally different, like, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, it's just like running a slant. But guess what? These DBs, most DBs were corners. Were wide receivers. Like my son, I want him to be a DB when he grows up. But guess what he plays right now? Wide receiver. Why? Because he has to learn the routes. So guess what? There's only 9 routes that a wide receiver can run, right? There's only 9 routes in a tree. Well, when you get to like 22, 23, you've probably seen, especially in the NFL, you've probably seen a slant 50,000 times. So it's like, how do I make my slant look different than all these other slants? That's what Amari Cooper and Cole Beasley do. They're able to make their slants look like go routes, make their stop routes look like in routes. And when you're able to do that, that helps your quarterback out. You want to know why? Because your quarterback's throwing the ball to open wide receivers. Listen, Tony Romo loved Dak Prescott. You want to know why? He not Dak Prescott. He loved Dez Bryant, but I'm going to be honest with you. If Tony Romo could have had his wish, he would have rather thrown the ball to open receivers. Why? Because who doesn't want to throw the ball to open receivers? You have to train yourself to throw the ball to a guy with 2 other guys on him. That is something you got to train yourself to do. Because physically, your mind is telling you that's not possible.
Yeah, I've said it like this, Wes. I've said it like this before, and you hit the nail on the head. I just said it a different way. I always have said that when it comes to wide receivers, is it the scheme that's getting you open, or is it your individual talent that can get you open? Those 2 guys you just named, Cole Beasley and Amari Cooper, they didn't need a scheme.
Nope.
They can get open.
And that's why Cooper's doing it on videos. That's why you see highlights of Cooper doing it right now in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's just the truth. And right now, as we speak, I'm believing CD can do it. I believe that he can do it. But after him, I don't know. Do we have guys that can get open on their own, or does it have to be the scheme that gets them open? And see, that's where the problem is going to come into play. I don't know it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know about Tolbert. You don't know about Tolbert. We got to wait till week 1 before all this go down. But when you have one of those type of guys, like an Amari Cooper, you just don't throw them away to the garbage can. You got to find a way to keep these guys because it helps your quarterback out. It just ain't no question about that.
Yeah, pristine route runners don't grow on trees. You'll find a big guy that can run fast quicker than you'll find a guy that can get open at a drop of a dime. So I was really against Amari Cooper getting traded away for next to nothing, and it didn't make sense because you went from having one of the best receiving corps in football to the mess we got now because you let Amari Cooper go for a 5th round pick, and the same guy you picked with that 5th round pick got hurt, so you ain't got nothing to show for that. You let Cedric Wilson walk away in free agency, and then you sign Michael Gallup to a lucrative contract while he's recovering from an injury. He can't even help you on the field until probably in the middle of the season. So the moves that they made, and then they only bringing in low draft pick guys, undrafted guys, it makes no sense if you're actually trying to go out there and compete. Now, I do understand that they kept Dalton Schultz, and he's a top 10 tight end, at least production-wise from last year. And, they are high on CeeDee Lamb. But outside of those 2 guys as pass catchers, you have nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I was trying to find this video. I'm currently trying to find this video yesterday of a video I shot yesterday. And it actually highlights that exactly what we're talking about and the importance of the number 2 because, it was the final play of the drive, final play basically of the game. And it was 4 seconds left on the clock. And guess what Dan Quinn did to CeeDee Lamb? What do you guys think? What do you think he did? I'm trying to find a video. It's exactly what he did. He doubled him. He doubled him. And guess what? Dak didn't even look at the other receivers. You know what he did? He went right to Schultz. He stepped up. He evaded the pressure because there was pressure, and he went straight to Schultz. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I keep telling you guys, like, man, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. You know, the Dallas Cowboys, if you want some, I don't even play fantasy, but if I was a person who played, I would definitely grab Schultz, because I believe the Schultz is probably going to lead your team in touchdowns, simply because, man, when you get into the red zone, every defense is going to double because you got to think like this, man. If you're not running the ball, what is your safety doing? Almost nothing. He's covering grass, right? If they don't think you're running the ball, and the Cowboys aren't really running the ball, right? So if we're not running the ball, what is your safety going to be doing in the red zone? He don't really got to be in the box. Why? Because everybody's in the box. Why? Because it's smaller. It's a smaller area. You don't have 60 yards. It's only 20 yards. So everybody's in the box. So guess what your other safety gets to do? He gets to go do what? Hang out with your number one wide receiver. That's why you saw Dez jump over so many people. 2-2s. Why? Because the safety had nothing else to do. So what did the safety do? Hey, I can either go stop this. I can either go pretend and act like I think they're going to run, or I can actually legitimately go get in front of these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and that's what they're going to do. So the question is, CeeDee Lamb took advantage of that. Congratulations. That's what you're supposed to do. Congratulations. Somebody wants to sell you a brand new Tesla for $50. Listen, you need to double check, make sure it's not a salvage title. If everything goes through smooth, buy it. If somebody wants to let you take advantage of them, do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. It's a good deal. Great deal. But guess what? What happens when you go into a dealership and they understand their worth? They understand what they're selling. They understand who you are. They understand your capabilities.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? You know what they're going to do? I'm going to tell you what they're really going to do, because they're not even really going to start off double teaming CeeDee Lamb. You know what they're really going to do? They're just going to put their number one corner on him first, because double team is actually earned in the NFL. Amari Cooper was getting double teamed because he earned it. Everybody in the NFL doesn't get double teamed. Like, I think when people say Amari Cooper was the most double teamed wide receiver, like, yeah, but everybody, no, bruh, everybody doesn't get double teamed. They don't, because there's no need to. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to. If they're doubling, if a defense is saying you individual, one person in a team sport is so good or doing something to me that I need to put two people on you all the time, bro, that says something.
Yeah,
that says something, bro. Because there's only 11 people on the field.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't think people understand how much stress that puts on a defense to have to double a guy all the damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he says y'all can't see how listen to me. Listen to me. If you really want to think that Dak elevates guys, you're going to say it this year. Because you can't tell me that Dak is elevating guys Amari Cooper was a first-round pick. CeeDee Lamb was a first-round pick. You can't elevate guys where the expectations are already high. Randall Cobb was a former All-Pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, your expectation of those guys is to do what? Do your job. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep it real with you, and I think all you guys can agree with you guys. You can't even really say that you're going to know if Dak is a good quarterback this year, because these are not fair circumstances.
No, but he's going to get the blame for it.
But he going to get, and that's why I say, like, I don't even want to try to start that narrative. Oh, we going to really see if Dak is a real quarterback. No, bruh. You don't take all a doctor's tools away from him and say, yeah, now we going to see if you a real doctor.
Yeah.
No, if he's a real doctor, give him his freaking tools, man. Let him be at his best.
Yeah.
What's y'all thoughts?
Well, because if he's not his best, what's going to happen is you're going to have a new head coach next year. You're going to have a new offensive coordinator next year. You're going to have a whole new system probably that he's going to have to learn, unless, of course, Kellen Moore, some magical type way.
If we fire our coaches, OG, you know that there has not been a head coach. Tom Brady is the only quarterback to switch teams and win a Super Bowl and win it in the same year. There hasn't been a coach to win a Super Bowl in his first year. So, OG, you do understand that when people say we're going to hire Sean Payton, basically what you're saying is we're not winning the Super Bowl next year.
I'm not even mentioning Sean Payton because
I know, but I just need you to understand that that's what when people say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like saying, like, yo, I'm going swimming. Okay, so I'm expecting that you're going to get wet, right? Yeah. That's the expectation. Yeah. If you go to the beach, I'm expecting you're going to have sand on your shoes somewhere. So if you switch out your coach next year, the expectation should be that is not a Super Bowl year, man. How you going to tell a coach in his first – do you think they told Mike McCarthy in his first year? He only won 4 games. No. They didn't tell Mike McCarthy in his first year, hey, man, you got to win a Super Bowl this year. Nobody takes that job. So guess what? Guess what? If you don't win it this year and they fire your coach at the end of this season, man, we're talking about my son TJ is 8. How old is your son, Bishop?
7.
10 at the earliest.
Yeah.
11 for my son. Henny, how old is your kids?
Grandson is 6.
9.
Yeah.
9. Realistically, 9.
Yeah, because they got to get everything in place, man. You got to get your coaching staff lined out. You got to fine tune your system.
I mean, how long it takes Sean McVay?
How long it takes
Sean McVay? Sean McVay's been there how long? He's been in LA how long?
About
5 years, right?
Yes,
right.
And
5 years. Came in 2017. Yeah.
And speaking of Sean McVay, I want to read y'all this because I want to show y'all. We always talk about like what's the definition of like being all in. Like, oh, are we all in? Are we all in? I want to read you guys a statement. This is a comment. Henny DeMoore sent this to me this morning. This is a statement from the head coach to the owner of the Rams. And I want to show you guys what the definition of all in is. It says, hopping on FaceTime with the Rams brass, unleashing a plea that is now legendary around the team's office. McVay said this, here's the effing deal, okay? We can sit here and exist. We can be okay with winning 9 to 11 games and losing in the effing division round. And I feel like, okay, everything's okay. Or we can let our mother effing nuts hang, go trade for this mother effer quarterback, give ourselves an opportunity to win a effing world championship, and you ready effing do it or this or what? You know what I'm saying? That is,
yes, sir.
That is West Coast.
That's big time over here. That's me too. Go ahead.
That's Henny DeMoore, bro. Like, we are no longer okay with winning 11 games. We are no longer okay with getting to the divisional round of the playoffs, bro. I'm burnt on that crap, bro. I'm done with that.
Well, make it even more simple than that, West Coast. How about this one? You need to be burnt out, and the fan base need to be burnt out simply because the window is closing. Everybody's getting older. These are not, all pros back in the day. Right now, they just good. It's a big difference. Tyron Smith can't play on that all-pro level, not like that anymore. He's still good. Zach is still, he's good. Ezekiel is still good, but how good he is, we don't know because he don't get the ball enough.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To know what he is. But I'm saying you can't expect these guys to play at this type level, high level, for 10 straight. It just don't happen like that. And so when you have the chance to win, you go ahead and try to win. And that's what we haven't done. That's all I'm saying about that.
And it's crazy because everybody talk about trust the process, but the Rams have been ultra aggressive. They had a quarterback that took them to a Super Bowl. He was along for the ride. They had a quarterback that went to a Super Bowl with, were unhappy with him, went and got another guy, went back to the Super Bowl and won. All right, the Rams have been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 years.
Since moving to LA. Imagine that.
Yes, he's been a head coach in LA for 5 years. They've been to Super Bowl two years. They've been to Super Bowl 2 of those years already. Won a Super Bowl. So I don't want to hear about trusting the process or we like our guys. Look, Rams don't like any of they damn guys. They swap their roster out, put the best guys they can on the field.
Yep. Don't care nothing about no draft picks.
They drafted Todd Gurley, didn't work out, let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Traded for Jalen Ramsey. Every year they get a new defensive player to play with Aaron Donald. If Aaron Donald is Batman, every year they get him a new Robin. Every year. They swapped out Von Miller for freaking Bobby Wagner. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
My kids go to school out here, man.
Hey, they lost a receiver, added Allen Robinson, who was
oh, my God, I forgot about Allen Robinson.
Come on, man.
Oh, my God, I forgot.
Now you put him with Cooper Kupp. I mean, good Lord. Come on now.
Look, Allen Robinson was the guy where he was at. So now he coming here, joining forces with another number one receiver. Allen Robinson was a real deal number one option in the teams he played for.
Hey, think about this. And you know what they also did? They paid everybody, bro.
Oh yeah,
they paid everybody. They said money. They said money is meant to be spent.
There you go.
They spent, bro. They gave Stanford the bag. They gave Cooper Kupp the bag. They gave Wagner the bag.
Mm-hmm.
It was one Robinson the bag.
Jalen
Ramsey the bag. Bro, are they on the same?
Aaron Donald, you gave Aaron Donald a huge bag.
And think about this: Cooper Kupp's highest paid receiver, one of the highest paid receivers. Aaron Donald, one of the highest paid defensive players. Matthew Stafford, top 5 highest paid quarterback. Allen Robinson, top 10 highest paid wide receiver. I'm questioning you guys. Question. Are they playing on a different salary cap than everybody else?
How many bags they got?
I mean, I want to know. Thank you. Like, why is it that they don't care?
Yeah, they don't care.
They try to win, man. And listen, West Coast, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. The Rams are obligated to be good, to put butts in seats because they play in Hollywood.
Facts!
If they were a bad or mediocre team, nobody would give a damn. If the LA Lakers cannot get people in the house, and when they are bad, what chance do the damn Rams have? So they are obligated to put their best foot. They are obligated to put their best foot forward, put a winning team out there to actually make money. The Cowboys are the biggest brand. We can be 1-15 or 1-16, and folks will show out in droves and still be like, we're America's team. All that other bullshit that doesn't matter, they will still be packing out those stands, making Jerry Jones a ton of money. That is not the case in LA.
Yep, I'm gonna tell you this 2 things about that last comment. Watch your mouth about the Lakers, and also the S word is not in the Bible.
Oh, my bad. I'm just saying the Lakers.
If it ain't in the Bible, we ain't saying it. FCC gonna get us.
Hey, the Lakers are a legendary story.
Yeah, watch your mouth. Yeah, just watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Okay? But that's the point I'm making.
Yeah. Use another team. How about that? Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah,
it's LA. It's
you Laker fans.
Yeah. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
What you say now?
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Real careful right there.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Walk very lightly.
Hey, listen to me. And we talk honest about LeBron James. I don't give a dang. We talk honest about LeBron James.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He ain't gonna trade me. He can't trade me. I got a new trade clause. Bitch, you better watch out. I ain't gonna lie. You might be up out of here. Next week, be like, damn, what happened to bitch, man? I ain't even gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say my Lakers.
Yeah, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. LeBron called down, man. Bishop ain't even with us no more. What? Yeah. What they get, man? They got a whole bag of chips. What? Was it Doritos? Nah, man, Lay's. What? Lay's, bruh. Damn, LeBron must have been mad. But OG, I want to know, what are your thoughts when you hear something like this? Minus all that he dropped. Hold up, one, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. This is a head coach who is a millionaire talking to a billionaire who controls his future in his hands, and he dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 F-bombs trying to get one Matthew Stafford to get in his organization. What are your thoughts on that, OG?
My thoughts is that they know the value of their coach. They know that there's really one Sean McVay. They know what he brings to the table. They know that they're going to be competitive. They know they're going to have a chance if you get this kid the right players. You know you got a chance to win the whole thing. It's what he did. So when you have that type of confidence, you almost have the more power to say that. Nobody's going to say that to Jerry Jones. The reason why you're not going to say that to him, because Jerry said, like he said at the training camp opening press conference, he said, I have options. That's what he said. You know, when he's talking about Coach McCarthy, I did have options. He just believed that he can go find a coach any and everywhere. I really believe he got all the confidence in the world that he wants Dan Quinn to be the coach. And you know,
so just do it.
He got the plan already set.
Just do it.
That's what's gonna happen. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry for cutting you. I gotta get better at that. I just said just do it.
Just gonna do it if you're gonna do it. But I believe that but nobody will go to him because the owner is willing to not only listen, but then react to what the coach says. Jerry ain't listening to nobody. If those type of coaches are the ones that he will let go. Jerry wants puppets. Sean McVay is not a puppet type. He tells the owner what he needs. He lets the owner of the Rams be the owner. The owner just be the owner. The coach runs the team. That's the difference. Our guy like to do the reverse. Jerry still want to be the man. Jerry still want to show out. Jerry still want to be the guy. And that's part of the problem. No doubt about it. He wants puppets. So, but to answer your question again, look at the results. This comment was before they got Stafford.
Before he got
looked like Sean McVay was right?
Yeah,
they got a world championship out of it, right?
Hey, and let me let me mess your head. Let me mess both y'all heads up with this too.
Talk to me.
Guess who Sean McVay was saying this to? He was saying this to an owner, and not someone's daddy.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
See, it's a difference. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Are we not even about to sit up here and try to make it seem like a billionaire? And listen to me. If I'm a billionaire, everybody in my family is working somewhere in my business. So I do believe that just like Trump and everybody else, man, when you get on, you're gonna put your family on. That's what they do. That's why I went so mad. But bro, you gotta make your son vice president. Come on, dog. But you gotta have some sort of restraint. You know what I'm saying?
Who the truth be told is not a football guy himself.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He's a business guy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that is also a complex too that you don't have to deal with in Dallas. Like, I think Sean McVay, when you say stuff like this, you know what that means? He's already, maybe he hasn't had to say anything this extreme, but he has had to put his foot down in other issues. Because I'm going to tell you this right here. If you come up in my house and my son is talking crazy to me, telling me he needs to let his nuts hang and we need to go F and get this and stop tripping, daddy, listen to me. He's been doing that. He ain't started doing it today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing, because if I'm letting it go down, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So I believe when I hear something like this, man, this shows a relationship. This is their relationship. Mm-hmm. Because he didn't have no fear of a job. That was furthest from his mind. That was the furthest thing his mind. The only thing he's thinking about, and I'm going to tell you something else what he's not thinking about. He ain't thinking about no money either.
No.
He's saying, F all that. Figure it out. Go get me what I need, and I'll give you what you want.
Right there.
Go get me what I need, and I'll
give
give you.
You give me this guy right here. I'm going to put a banner up in the air. If you give me this guy and that guy, I guarantee you we're going to be world champions.
And you know what that is? That's a true belief in your system.
There you go.
That's a true belief in your system.
Yeah. But no, the thing is, even with a system, you got to rely on your stars. It's the playmakers and not the plays. And Kellen Moore is never going to get anywhere until he realizes that. Hey, Bishop, did you know we throw the ball around 100 times? You know, we throw the ball all around the yard. We've been top 10 in pass attempts every year he's been here, but never once have we had one guy be top 10 in targets. Never once. Not Amari Cooper, not CeeDee Lamb, not Michael Gallup, nobody. Matter of fact, CeeDee Lamb was our leading. Hey, he led us in targets last year. His 120 targets was only good for 26 in the league. Deebo Samuel had more targets than them, and the 49ers threw the ball 133 less times than we did.
Hey, before we get out of here, I want to touch on this last subject, man. This was actually from a couple days ago. But I think this is also something that we need to talk about because this is a question mark. We talking about question. You guys notice we've been talking about question marks. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times we spend listen to me. I don't really got to who's someone that's not playing the kicker, right? You ain't got to spend too much time talking about him because we know he ain't good, right? Like Brett Mayer, you ain't got to talk about him. Ain't much to talk about. We gonna spend our times talking about stuff we don't know. Try to figure out if I got smart guys in the room. I'm not gonna ask them to help me what 1 + 1 is. I'm not gonna have them. I'm gonna have them help me with some gemography or some I can't even say geography. You know what I'm saying? Or some trigonometry, some calculus, something I can't figure out on myself. So that's what we're here for, to help you figure out those things that you can't figure out on yourself. Tony Pollard is a big old question mark right now. He's a big old question mark. The reason why he's a big old question mark is because of this. When Emmitt Smith comes out and he says that he wants Ezekiel Elliott to be the focal point of the offense, I feel like, I'm not saying that Emmitt Smith has pull in this, but I feel like he also then echoed the same thing Jerry Jones said, right? So I feel like Jerry Jones said it, and then I feel like he called up Emmitt and was like, hey, man, won't you give me a little push in that direction? You know what I'm saying? Then Emmitt comes out and says his little piece, right? I'm going to tell you this right here. Ezekiel Elliott, and you can tell by the workload, Ezekiel Elliott is going to be the focal point of the offense, right? But then Jerry Jones starts talking about a Kevontae Turpin who he wants to be used the same way as Tony Pollard. If I'm Tony Pollard, I'm like, bruh, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I finally get an opportunity to be used as a wide receiver, and now you guys are talking about you want somebody else to be used the way I should have been used. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on not even just Kevontae Turpin, because he still has to make this team? What are your thoughts on Tony Pollard and his usage for 2022?
Man, I'm getting a little bit more depressed each day because I'm not seeing this man line up as receiver, and maybe they're hiding it, but we talked about this. If they're going to implement it, I need to see him to actually take reps. I don't want his first times going out to catch passes to be against Tampa Bay week 1. We're gonna get that man hurt. So he should have been a slot receiver years ago. I still don't understand why they would put a guy with his speed and playmaking at running back when, historically that's what a punt returner does is transitions to wide receiver once they come to the league.
Unless they're Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is the only dude who did it.
Right.
But think about this. Every amazing, spectacular player that you could think of that played. If you think of 10 guys, just who are the most spectacular guys that you could think of that just were just, oh my God, bruh, they were receivers. They're all receivers, bruh. They're all receivers.
Tyreek Hill.
They're all receivers, bruh.
Receivers. The receivers are corners because Pac-Man Jones was hard as a returner too, but he was a corner just like Deion. So you either are playing one of the skill positions. You're either going to be a receiver or a cornerback. You're
not playing running back, bruh.
Not playing running back. So, it made no sense to even do that because, the film says this man is a wide receiver anyway. We talked about this man barely having 100 carries over 3 years. That does not sound like a running back.
Nope.
So, it is what it is. But, we cannot. So, and you know what? In the Cowboys' eyes, they probably real happy with this because, they get to still use Tony Pollard to make plays. But they ain't gonna give him the ball too much, so his price will be pretty low when they try to re-sign him. It's always a chess move with the Cowboys, man. They don't want this man to have a breakout season because they don't have to pay him too much. Backup running back money is the money they want to give him when they come to the table and talk about signing an extension with this man because he's already talking about they want him back on the team. But they're not going to give him the adequate touches to price himself out of Dallas either.
Deluge says Temp Pollard is simple. The money is going to go into 24. Therefore, the touches go to him. At the end of the day, as Steven says, hey, that's a good point, and I think they've made that point clear. And I think, Deluge, Deluncha, I can't even say it. I'm sorry, brother. I think that's why I think that this question, that's why I just feel like the Cowboys, they are just not really, they lie like a third grader lie. They don't lie like a 11th grader lie. Like an 11th, 12th grader lie, the lies are very advanced. You really got to pay attention. Wait. You said, wait. Because yesterday you said he had on some retros. I got you. You're lying.
I got you. Little details.
Yeah. Because now you saying he had on some Barclays. I got you. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys just flat out Cheetos on their face. Who the hell ate my Cheeto?
Yeah.
Cheetos all on their face.
Yeah.
They just
Bishop, did you eat my Cheetos? Bishop got Cheetos all in his beard.
All gray. Oh yeah.
All in his beard. Just Cheetos. He just poured the Cheeto bag on his head.
Yeah.
You eat my Cheetos, Bishop?
Yeah. Listen, man. Listen. This to answer your question. I'm fortunate because I saw Tony Pollard here in Memphis when he played.
Speak on it.
I saw it. I saw where they lined him up, how they lined him up, and all the running back, slot, played him outside a couple of times, ran him on jet sweeps. I mean, they bubble screens, whatever you want. That's what he was. He was Debo Samuel. I mean, that's the way he played. Mm-hmm. That's what he got drafted for.
Facts.
Because he was considered an all-purpose type dude. So when he got here, my question is this, and I guess all fingers are going to lead right back to Kellen Moore. Listen to me. If we're still asking the same questions about Tony Pollard, how we going to give him the ball? Man, we've been asking this for the last 2-3 years. If you ain't figured it out by now, you ain't gonna figure it out.
And how you gonna find out? How you gonna? My question too, onto that is, how if you can't figure out Tony Pollard, how are you gonna figure out Turpin?
How are you gonna figure it out? It's the same thing. So let's.
It's almost like it compounded his problem.
Yes. So listen, last year you had Cooper, you had Lamb, you had Cedric Wilson. You had Gallup a little bit later on.
Malik Turner.
You had Ezekiel. You had Tony Pollard all on this team. Throw in Dalton Schultz with that. It looked like a beautiful, you had a beautiful Rolls Royce car, and then you got a person that don't know how to drive it. That's the bottom line. It was a one without an engine. Kellen Moore, you can give him all these stars. When West Coast was talking about all the stars the Rams had, we had that too. We just didn't have a coordinator that knew what to do with the talent that we had.
The Rams have the most.
If we're asking the same questions about Pollard, if we're still asking the same questions, how many times Ezekiel gonna get the ball? If we're still asking questions, about Cooper before then, Dez before then, we had number one receivers, true legit number ones, and we had coordinators that didn't know what to do. So when it comes to Pollard, I'm just like what Gary just said. They're not going to do right because politics get involved now. They're not trying to give him a gigantic year because they don't want to pay him. And Tony's just going to getting out of here because somebody will pay him because they don't appreciate the value of what they believe he's going to be. Now, if he becomes that, that's another whole story within itself. But the Cowboys are trying to find their replacement, kind of like what they did with Jake Ferguson and Dalton Schultz. Jake Ferguson is going to get a lot of playing time because when it come down to want to get the money for Dalton Schultz, they're going to go ahead and let him walk and just going to believe in the young kid and going to go ahead and play. Same thing with Turpin. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that because politics are involved. The Cowboys are notorious for being loyal and throwing politics in the game. And that has killed. It's a silent killer of the organization. Politics and loyalty.
Hey, and think about this, OG. You will literally, for the Cowboys, it makes sense too because if both of them walk, you'll probably get a 4th round pick for compensatory pick for Dalton Schultz, and for Tony Pollard, he was a 4th round pick. So you'll probably get at best like a 5th or a 6th for him. So think about this: by letting both those guys walk, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, you can't trade either one of them for either one of those picks. You know what I'm saying? So you might be able to get Dalton. You might be able to get something for Dalton Schultz, but not on a 1-year deal. I don't know.
No.
Right. And then, West Coast, that leads back to something.
That's why you should have signed him. If you had signed him, you could have still signed him and still put him on a 10. You could have signed him for a 3-year deal for $30 million. Still had him on the same franchise tag. And if you don't want to get refund, if you want to trade him next year, you can still trade him.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but it go back to something you said, man. Like, you said that they never upgrade players. They just replace a guy with a guy. So, they don't care about
we replace players. We don't upgrade. We replace. We don't upgrade.
Right. 'Cause they're gonna let the guys walk, and they're just gonna put another guy out there. And they're gonna pray to the system, give the guys gaudy numbers so they can sell tickets.
And when I say that, I mean it like this. This is an example, man. You know, if you had an iPhone 6, right, and your iPhone 6 broke, well, the iPhone 6 is probably what, 6 phones behind. There's an iPhone 12 now, right?
I think it's an iPhone 13.
That's iPhone 13 now, right? It's iPhone 13. So if you go into a Verizon store, you say, "Hey, man, my iPhone screen broke." They should do what? They should upgrade you and give you the newer model of the phone that you have. But you know what the Cowboys are doing? The Cowboys are doing what my grandmother's doing with her Samsung Galaxy 3. She just keeps on getting the phone fixed. Every day, she's complaining about the phone being slow or the phone don't move the way my phone move. Well, I got a Note 20 Ultra. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys, when something breaks, when the screen breaks on their phone, they literally just go to the store and get the screen placed. When Cooper, listen to me, Cooper was at least, okay, if Devontae Adams is an iPhone 13, Cooper's at least an iPhone 11, 12. He's at least an iPhone 11. We can at least say he's an iPhone 11, right? So if you break the screen or if your iPhone 11 gets stolen, you go to AT&T, they say, "Man, I got to rip. What phone do you have? iPhone 11. Okay, well, that's a fairly new phone. We got this iPhone 6. Who's an iPhone 6? That boy Washington, he's for sure an iPhone 6. Boy ain't never had 500 yards.
That boy a flip phone.
He ain't a flip phone. Don't do him like that now. But he at least an iPhone 6.
Pager, he a pager.
But think about this. But they say, okay. You know, one would think you would go to at least a 12 or a 13. Or worst case scenario, you say, "Give me another iPhone 11. Give me something that is as good."
You don't have that. You don't have it, Wes. You only got 2 people that maybe qualify as a candidate for that. And that's maybe Gallup, depending on how he is, and then the wild card is Tolbert.
But my thing is this. But my thing is this. Like, even because, like, what are y'all expectations of Michael Gallup? Because I feel like,
yeah,
am I being unfair to think that Michael Gallup isn't going to be Michael Gallup to 2023?
No,
they say it take a whole year to get, come off ACL and get yourself.
And
together.
then, like, Michael Gallup was not a top 25 receiver when he went down. So it's like, for me to say that he's gonna come back and then be better than what he was in that injury year, Dak wasn't even that.
Yeah, they putting too much on that boy.
Yeah,
and no, that's not even fair to Michael Gallup, because you up here rehabbing from this devastating injury, that you got to come back and play a bigger role. He's never been a tool himself.
But remember,
you know what I'm saying? Even with
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
But remember what I just said earlier. They're loyal. And what they're loyal to is that contract that you just signed. If you sign that big money, they don't have no problem. We saw this with Ezekiel last year. They don't have no problem putting you out there when you're not 100%.
Facts.
That's just facts.
Facts.
So you're loyal to the contract. We paid you the money. If you can run, get on out there.
Which is not good business, 70%. Right?
No, it's not.
Because think about this. If you buy, because my daddy always told me, always make sure your wife got a nice car, got a new car. You feel me? So you ain't gonna have to leave in the middle of the day, go change a tire, change the alternator, none of that stuff, right? So Cowboys, you have the Cowboys. I figure like this, right? If the Cowboys, the one thing I like about the Rams and these other organizations, and even the Cleveland Browns, man, when you get to a level of success and you smell, oh, this is what it's like. This is what it's like to be looked at as one of the good teams. Oh, this is what it's like to be in the playoffs. Oh, this is what it's like to play on primetime games. Because remember, if these dudes ain't winning, they're not on primetime. Oh, this is what it's like. Like, when you get out the hood, bro, ain't nobody trying to go back. Ain't nobody trying to go back. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord bless you financially to get up out the hood, we gone. We gone. I'm behind 2 gates, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be talking to him. That boy West Coast bougie, man. I don't care. I leave my card open way too much to not leave behind some gated community. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I noticed about these other teams too, man, is these other teams, when they get a smell of success, it drives them crazy. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The Rams, they are Super Bowl crazy. Wanna know why? Because they didn't taste it that good. They didn't smell it that good. Once you get that taste of that good, bruh, you ain't trying to go back.
Yeah.
And think about this. The Cowboys' decisions should have represented that. Like, that, it should have represented that. It should have represented, man, we are desperate to get better than what we were last year. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes, man. This has been a really good show, man. After this show, we're going to chop it up and see if we can do this a little bit more regular. This was actually way better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to keep it. I mean, I knew it was going to be good, but you know what I'm saying? This was actually low-key fire, man.
Man, I'm electrified, man. I done told you that. I done told you that.
Like, we may have to. This might be the new Three Amigos of Cowboy Talk. What y'all think, man? Y'all put it in the comment box, man. What y'all think about this show? Y'all let me know, man. Shoot, man, I appreciate each one of you gentlemen for coming on, man, because I literally hit each one of these gentlemen up last minute and was like, yo, want to do a show? And each one of you guys stepped up to the call, man. So I appreciate you guys. You guys know I am very, 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 very particular with the people that I allow on my platform. You know what I'm saying? AKA my pool pit, you know what I'm me? I'm very, very particular with those folks. So, you know, anybody that I'm doing content with, y'all make sure y'all rock with them. Bishop, let them know when the big show comes on, where they can find it at.
The Big Time Show. Just search it out on Facebook, The Big Time Show. Just follow it, turn on those notifications. I go live on Mondays at 7 p.m. and on Saturdays at 3 p.m. You can also go to my YouTube page, The Big Time Show. The Big Time Show is very simple. You'll see the little icon there. Follow it and turn on notifications. Then, if you want Twitter, it's simple, at Big Time Lou. At Big Time Lou.
Is it Time or how does he spell the time?
Time. Time at Big Time Lou. Just follow me there, and I'm live on Twitter when I go on there as well. So you can't miss me. Hey, I appreciate you, West Coast, for allowing me to share on your platform. You one of the best in the game. Ain't no doubt about that. I don't care what they say about you. You the king, no doubt about that. And I bow to you tonight. I appreciate you. You had many choices, but you let this little old man come on and talk, and I appreciate you so much, man. It's also good hanging with you, Gary, for the first time, man. I hope we get a chance to do it again.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all this right here. It's a whole bunch of rumors out there about your boy West Coast, and I say hey, about 90% of them are true. I ain't even going to lie to you. About 90% of it's true. 10% of it is not true. You know what I'm saying? But 90% of it is true. All right, real quick, also, Henny DeMore, I put it in the comment box. Make sure you also follow him on YouTube. Henny DeMore, let him know what is your next, you know what you're supposed to do. Go ahead and knock it out.
Man, yeah. It's Henny DeMore. You can catch me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WordPress. And shoot, man, I've just been working on the Managing Expectations series. So we're doing Dennis Houston, and we're also going to be doing who else I have?
Hey, what about that? What about your roster? Your starting roster for Saturday?
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, we got a roster projection. For Saturday, and
or at least you're not even just roster projection because listen, we ain't gonna do no projection because I don't like guessing what dumb people do because they make you feel dumb. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to do a roster projection. I want you to do a roster like who you think should play week in this game because I don't care what the Cowboys do because they always do dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they do dumb stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, have Dak out there. Like, Dak, what is you doing? We just, what?
Man,
I bet you didn't predict that.
Man, if I see Dak play a preseason game outside of the last
no, he's not going to play, but I'm just saying the Cowboys will be like, they will play Dak for one series just to mess your whole prediction up. Oh, yeah, there's this guy on the internet that just thought he was just.
He needed the work.
Yeah, he needed the work. We are definitely in full support of Dak, but.
Need to get in good rhythm.
We just needed to get him in. It kind of reminds me back when I was on the farm. Hey, for real, man. But yeah, so I'm gonna drop my. I'll drop mine. I will drop mine. I ain't doing the whole roster. If you want to do the whole roster, I mean, if you want to get the whole roster production, the whole who should play, Heaney's gonna do it. I will do it. I'm gonna do offense and defense. You know what I'm saying? Like who?
And we're back though.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then Saturday we will be doing a watch party. I got a dope card that I'm gonna be giving away on Saturday for the game. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I want to win preseason games. I don't care. Call me petty, but that's just how I work, man. That's just kind of how I teach my kids. We're just kind of on one mode. That's kind of like kill or go fast. Like we're either killing it or we're going fast. We don't, in my world, if you're speeding up, that means you were running slow. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like we don't believe in speeding up. You should never be speeding up. When I say go, you should be running your fastest. Period. You know what I'm saying? Or at least trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? So, with that in mind, I want to win a preseason game because, listen, we didn't lost a whole bunch of preseason games over the last couple years, and guess what? I don't know if it's had an effect on the season, but I'm just saying I would like to see what happens if the Cowboys go undefeated in the preseason. I know it don't mean nothing, but I'm just saying we lost every game last year. I'm just saying if one side of the sheet is dirty, flip it on the other side. That's all I'm saying. Let's try something different. You know what I'm saying? Can we try something different? Let's try winning preseason games this year. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm down to do something different. How about you? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's been fun rocking with y'all, man. You guys already know what it is, man. It's your boy, West Coast. I will be live in the morning, man. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because it's